Dream love. Who do you want to be? Dream love.
Trust me, gay is in, gay is hot. I want some gay, gay it's gonna be.
And I guess it's going to be me. Hi, everybody. I wanted to have a conversation because I had gotten a few people reaching out in regards to what does modern medicine have to do with, Scientology based or with the medical conditions that I have going on right now. What would have to have been done in Scientology and comparing the two different methods. So first, whoops, I forgot to silence that. That's my bad, everybody. Wanted to hear myself. I want to say hi to Nunya Beeswax. We have the amazing Dimples, also known as Dan Walks. Kelly Mims, hello. Hope you're feeling better. Liz and Carrie too. That is my plan. I'm doing as best as I can every single day, and some days it's good, and some days I sound like boo boo. Never in Nana. Hey, Karen Hall. Hello, everyone. And Liz, I hope you are mending, wishing you well, giving you hugs and making everything better for you. We also have Pearl Snappy. Hey! Well, that sounds really bad right now. Sorry, my voice started cracking. And then we had this. So, yay. Yadra, hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Yadra. Okay, we also have Selfless Self, another example of Scientology doing it, medicine wrong. That's right. Marina, hi Liz in chat. We have Selfish Pearl, Dan, Icons. That's right, Nico Squirrel. Scientology Audits, Ottawa. DS Kitty. We have Timber June. We have Saul. Oh, hell no is in the chat. Dan, it is always happy to see you. Sunday, hey y'all. So I think we're pretty much caught up as what we can for right now. If anything else pops up, it's just me, so we're doing the best that we can as of right now. Didn't really give anybody a lot of notice. Violet, good to see you. It is good to see you, Violet. But yes, it's literally us. The main thing I can tell you honestly is, so in Scientology, what you would have to do is a lot of times if you were sick, you had this main question pondered to you, and it was, what did you do to pull this in? Now that was not only asked to you, but you would ask yourself. And so what you do is you go over the information, like you go write up your overts and your withholds. So like any crimes that you've done, like, oh, I ate an extra piece of pie. Oh, I climbed a tree when I know I'm not supposed to climb the tree. You're confessing to everything that you ever did just to find out what you did. Kimberly, so good to see you. Rudara, I'm back home. Yes, I'm super glad. Let's be real, guys, that hospital is not a fun place to be. So after you answered the question of what I did, you write up, if you're not better, then you have to turn around and you have to do lower conditions. From those lower conditions, you have to basically ask the group for forgiveness and welcome yourself back in after you write and you do your programming. That's a big thing. Depending on how sick you are, they could put you on what's called a PTSSP course, things like that. But the main thing is to heal yourself. Like if you have all of your overts and withholds all exposed and there's no secrets, then all of a sudden you're going to be so good. Like your body's going to be well. You're going to be able to heal yourself. You're going to be able to do like all of these things that sound so gross. But in those moments, I know I truly believed if you hurt yourself, like you in my condition, because it's my chest and my lungs, how do I do an assist? Now, assist would be like a contact assist. So obviously I can't, touch my lungs to something. So a lot of times it would be like, feel my finger, good, feel my finger, good. And they do that all over your body, just so that they can do it, or they can do a nerve assist, they go woof, 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 sorry, the oof oof is a bad example, but still, it's like you're pretending to do these stupid patterns on people's backs and their fronts, unfortunately. Um, so a couple of times it's a lot of hard things that are really stupid, because if you realistically think about what that would mean, like I went to the hospital, I did not know I was having a pulmonary embolism in both lungs, but that is what happened. So in the process of that, if I had still been in Scientology, I would have gone to the org and written up my overs and withholds instead of actually consulting a physician, because they don't really want you to consult a physician. They usually start with a chiropractor, and then once the chiropractor sees you, then they can make the next adjustment. Now, if it's an emergency, like you're bleeding, things like that, then you go to the hospital. If it's bad enough, if it's not bad enough, it's literally just as tacky as it sounds, doing assists, um, or you get given CalMag and told to, drink this. This will help relax your muscles, especially if you sprain a muscle, do anything along those lines. So back to my current health condition, that would mean that I would not have gone into a hospital. I would have probably put off a medical condition till it was dire or I died, because that is what you did. It was hard to get permission to go to the doctor, especially if it was like I had the tooth infection and I literally was meant to sit in my tooth infection for 2 days for it to be approved for me to be able to go in and see a dentist. And so I sat there with a massive tooth infection, just going, when it gets bad, I don't, I'm sure everyone on this planet has at least had a tooth infection once before. And if you haven't, it feels like you just want to rip that tooth out, like in Castaway. You're literally just going to pull that tooth right out of your mouth or hit it with a rock just so that it'll stop. Because you'd rather take the pain of ripping it out than you would rather, go through anything. But a lot of times they tell you, well, we're not going to give you this medication because, or we're going to barely numb you up so that way you don't have to do the Purif again. Because again, whatever modern medicine they kind of give you, if it's considered, a toxin, they want you to do. Now, a toxin could be something as simple, guys, as a Tylenol, as an ibuprofen. But yeah, tooth infections, worst pain ever. Yeah, I can put up with a lot. I can tolerate a lot when it comes to pain. But a tooth infection that that shit gets me all the time. That's why I'm very particular when it comes to my teeth. I'm the brush multiple times, clean my teeth on a regular basis. You know, like I'm not that person that doesn't clean their teeth daily. That's just not me. Um, so in my situation, obviously, if I had followed the Scientology protocols, um, I would probably not be here right now. I would be dead. But because of modern medicine, we know that I have pulmonary embolisms in both of my lungs. And by that, the modern medicine that is helping me there, well, one is pain medication. And that would not have been allowed. Getting a Tylenol approval was hard enough. And then if you did get a pain medication, it was so tightly monitored that it was gross, to the point of like there would be times that you were grateful that maybe a little bit more of your root canal was done properly. You'd be grateful that just a little bit of pain relief because you've been sitting in so much pain. But yeah, and so the blood thinners that I'm on, not be allowed. Pain medications, not allowed. Okay, I'm on antidepressants because I have um, I have things that I am going through, as you all know, and that would not have been allowed. 90% of the things that keep a human being going Like maybe there, if there's an imbalance in my brain chemical, and my brain chemicals basically, it's missing something. And that could be from my upbringing because I wasn't given affection or attention, or, I'm stunted in a lot of things, but in some things I'm not. Because growing up in Scientology, it does stunt you. You don't realize that so many of us have abandonment issues, you know, and it's not like a little issue. It's like for me, guys, to explain it a little better, I have this fear that people are going to pretend to be in my life, pretend to want to be my family, and then instantly, you know, suddenly they're gone. And that has been my experience my entire life when it came to a lot of my family. It was, they only liked you when it was convenient. When you could do something for them, that's when they liked you. And other than that, they, DOA's megaphone, I just saw you. In case you guys didn't know, so when I was in the hospital, I got a message from this woman every single day. And let me tell you, every single day that I was in the hospital, it was so comforting and calming and just amazing to have you reach out every single day and say get better. So thank you. Thank you so very much. That meant a lot to me, just so you know. And so good to see you. My hygienist has a picture of her wall. It's a giant timber wolf growling and showing all their teeth while saying, only brush and floss the teeth if you want to keep forever. Love it. Nice. Nice. All right. We have Linda, you're a beautiful warrior whom I appreciate so very much. Well, I appreciate you too. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate that I'm still here. Like some of those doctors, the way they explain things, because I would be like, hey, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, hey, what do you mean you can't do this, this, or this? Like, why can't we do this route? Why can't we do this form of medicine if they're clots and we have to get them out? And because I don't know, obviously, you don't know what you don't know. Okay. I didn't know that it would be impossible to do anything related to the lungs. So you just have to basically tough it out. But with specialists, you get on the correct medications, whether it be with blood thinners or any other medication, and that would not have been allowed in Scientology. But that is what saved my life. And that is what continues to save my life, besides a lot of you guys. I'm keeping myself as calm and as rational as I possibly can when it comes to all sorts of situations, just because it's I have to live off of a mantra that I want. If something were to ever happen to me, I want to be able to say that I can look myself in the face and be like, I was my true authentic self. And there were times that I wasn't, and getting to my true authentic self has meant the world to me. But it also means kindness is free. It means be kind to people, even if they're not kind to you. Wish them nothing but the best, and have no ill will or intentions. I want everyone to succeed, but I will not do it with hate, because I just don't have time to have that in my space. I don't. I literally almost died, people. And right now I have to keep as much stress as I possibly can away. And it makes me feel better knowing that I got out of the cult of Scientology. Because of that, I was able to have my life saved by a hospital. I was able to have my life saved by amazing doctors. Now, had I still believed in Scientology, I would not be here today, because I would have toughed out a lot of that pain and been like, I've had worse. Because I did do that for the first 3 days of that pain. I've been through worse. And let me tell you guys, that pain, you can't get comfortable. You're literally trying to sit on the couch and you feel such horrible shooting pain in your back and your front and your sides. And it feels like some large person is sitting on your chest and you're gasping for breath, but you still can't catch your breath. Um, doing a bam bam for anybody wondering. I'm having my fruit smoothie. Spirulina is my friend. Thank you, Laura, for introducing me to the bam bam because I still drink it every day. Um, I also know, in case you guys didn't know, there's a lot of positives going on, and let me tell you, it was so relieving to see Scott looking his sleek self coming out of court, and just being able to smile and have. I know they have another court date, at least this Wednesday, but at least there's steps going forward in the right direction. Because again, let's be real, guys. Every court case brings so much attention to Scientology that the more eyes that we get looking at the prize, and the more people will be able to save. The more people will be able to come out and say, okay, yes, this is the court case that started it all. This is the court case that did this, because it's showing a pattern, guys. There's nothing to be upset about when it comes to a lot of the information. Yeah, he'll win this. DOA is absolutely going to win this. He absolutely is. Mama too, you have a lot of people that love and care about you. I love and care about you guys too. Thank you so very much. Holly Lewis, you need some do a waterfall and beach therapy. Uh, right? I missed his videos recently. When you're sitting in the hospital, let me tell you, it is amazing to be able to listen to the ocean and see the ocean when you're sitting in a hospital bed. And so it was almost like you could smell the hospital sometimes because the sounds were so big. But it's always good to at least acknowledge the good things that people are doing. And Laura is just so amazing. And let me tell you guys, I've never really been a big judger of hugs, but I've noticed that a lot of people hug different. And so with Lara, when she hugs you, it literally feels like she's encompassing you in love, and you can't get out of this love circle kind of thing. She hugs very well, and it definitely takes a lot of the fear of certain things, because I'm still terrified, guys. But I'm terrified that we're not going to get my dad, and we're actually making steps to get closer and closer every single day. I know a really dear friend of mine, we had this great conversation today in regards to the fact that he has spoken with the FBI. And I've already then, because I had the FBI officer's phone number, and so I called the officer like a few minutes before this started, just to see. I had to leave a message, okay, because he wasn't at his desk. But it literally, the fact that we are making phone calls that go towards the right direction, to me is an amazing thing that people are listening. But yeah, he went to the feds, and so hopefully the same Fed that is listening and is paying attention will, listen to what happened to me as a child and happens to people every single day inside Scientology, and know that if they were a Scientologist, they'd be dead if they had any medical conditions. And explain the differences. Hopefully once they get to see me and they hear the fact that I was told my dad was dead, and realistically he's not dead. He's inside those walls at Golden Era Productions, also known as Hemet Base. And one day I'm going to go down there and I'm going to scream again for him. And I'm going to make sure that he knows that he has a kid outside and that his kid wants him out. And I know Osa likes to watch all of these, but MD Media, your dad wants out, correct? As far as I know. He, what had originally and had started all of this is I received a call asking for me to pay his freeloader debt. And I thought they were joking because I didn't how do you collect on someone that's dead? And it didn't make a lot of sense to me. It just confused the crap out of me. And then I was talking to Claire, and Claire is Claire Headley, and she was explaining to me, no, they don't collect it. It's not viable, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but they're trying to collect after my dad and he's dead. And Claire's like, well, what's your dad's name? And so I told her my dad's name. And, in the process of all that, we then started, after we verified a little bit of messages, then we started talking. She told me that my dad wasn't dead. And so now it's, that is the process that they do when someone tries to run away, is they immediately start calling the family. So that means that he is trying to get out. And right now he's being held inside. And, we have sent quite a few people out there, and we'll keep calling those, adult protective services and do everything that we can do. But right now, the next step is the FBI and what steps that they can do. Okay, we are going to need a bigger house for you, Liz. Carrie, kids, mom, dad, and 3 puppies. Yeah, a bigger house needs to be bigger. Well, I don't know if my parents will be able to, being completely honest, I don't know if my parents will be able to be in the exact same room together. My mom, love my mom to death. She has some serious hatred for my father. And it has all to do with the fact that she feels like he never chose me. And she will never forgive him for never picking his daughter. So yes, Britt, it has been an emotional roller coaster. It absolutely has. It's been extreme highs, low lows, extreme highs again, then lows again, then ups and downs. We have some people get along, some people don't get along, just like any other family. You don't have to like them, but you do have to love them. It's little things in life. This is what makes us a better person. This is what makes us be better, is being ourselves. And if that means buying lunch for someone or trying to fight them for the check so that you could say, you know what, hey, thank you, I just wanted to take you out to dinner. Hey, I just wanted to take you out to lunch. Those perks, is what makes you truly family. Sorry, I guess I'm on a little tangent because I'm going to tell you something only because it means everything to me. It means every single thing to me. So let's just have an open conversation. If you have questions, please feel free to pop in. If you need anything along those lines, just write the word question as big as you can, because again, it's me and I don't have my glasses. I have no idea where I put them. I had quite an amazing situation happen while I was at the hospital. Not only was I terrified and scared that I was going to die, I thought there was chances I was going to die alone. Because you get scared. And then when you're in there by yourself and you wake up a few times connected to oxygen suddenly, it's a little terrifying. It's a little scary. And you keep getting told that right now you can't go home, you can't move, you can't leave, you're still a fall risk. And oh yeah, that you could die at any moment, because if those clots dislodge, that could kill you. It's terrifying. And what people seem to not remember or recall, and a lot of people don't know, and Scott was probably never going to tell anybody. Scott was in my came to visit, and he, you know what? He did this amazing thing. He took care of my family. And if I didn't say thank you to him and let you guys know what he really about, he came up here and helped me in the hospital. He sat with me while I was crying. He was there as a friend when I was terrified. And there was times that I was crying, and there was times that I was upset, and there was times that I was scared, and he would just hug me and tell me that it's okay. It's okay. We're just going to face this, you know? And it's okay to be upset. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay. Saul, thank you so very much. Thank you so, so very much for the friends and family. If you got one from Saul, please definitely don't forget to say thank you. Please don't forget to say thank you. So, in the process of all of that, um, as most of you know, the love of my life had a surgery as well. And you know what he did without, you know, being, this wasn't something he did for clout. Nobody even knew about it. He helped take care of my family. If Carrie needed something, he was there. If she needed to have a run to the store because she can't drive, um, he went to the store and got her what she needed. He went and did errands, and then at the same time, not taking 1 ounce of credit for it because it wasn't about that for him. And that's the kind of man that DOA is. You know, we went out to lunch one of the times. And to be completely honest, we were all like, okay, well, we're full. We're full. But we still had all this extra food. And this was like my first time out, like out in like sightseeing kind of, but not really sightseeing. It was more like we went to an area of Sacramento that that has a lot of tourism stuff, but I'd never been there. So, but we were also trying to keep it very limited time outside because I didn't want to do too much or overdo myself because I get winded very easily. So anyway, we had half of breakfast left over, and we're like, there's a bunch of homeless people around. Why don't we pack up our food and give it to this homeless person? Well, then Scotty, DOA, as you know, sees a homeless man and then puts all the food in front of this homeless man. It says, eat whatever you want, whatever it is that you want. And he was like, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And he just started eating like he hadn't eaten in days. Now, some other horrible things happened because the restaurant has particular rules about not feeding homeless people, which we found out very rudely and abruptly. But then at the same time, it's like we don't know what the deal that the homeless person had done, if they'd ever done something to the restaurant, and they didn't leave very nicely. But that's the kind of man Scotty is. Like, hey, all this extra food, let me help you. And that's what he did when he was up here. That's what he came and helped do. He also helped me deal with some relationship issues. Like I have problems addressing a lot of emotions. And if I think that I'm doing something wrong, I immediately introvert, and I think that I'm the worst person on the planet. But we had some amazing conversations that have literally touched my heart in such a way where it's like, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I am worth this. This is me being good. And it wasn't about anything but family visiting and having Laura up here and having her meet the puppies and meet the kids, meet my mom. And then, having Laura realize that, yes, my mom still fully believes in Scientology, but she's doing the best that she can to kind of wake up. And at least is willing to call it a cult now. But that's like the biggest thing that we could do is, this wasn't about clout for us. It was literally about hanging out, getting to spend time as family, getting to spend time around this town that I know so well. Like I know it well, but I hadn't been sightseeing ever. And you don't realize that when you live in an area, you have so many places that you can go see if you know you just open your eyes and give it a little smile and take a look. Right now I'm seeing the beauty in everything recently, because let's be real, there almost wasn't a recently, there almost wasn't a tomorrow, there almost was barely a day. But there was honestly, when you get out of the hospital and your fear of doing anything or breathing or functioning is hard. You know, I didn't know if I was going to be okay. And, were there things that I did that I, probably overdid myself, and that's why I was sleeping for like 10 hours, 11 hours afterwards? Yeah. Was there times that I just had to stand there and not really move? Oh yeah, because there were times that it hurt, but at the same time, it was nice to have the family together like that. Um, and I'm looking forward to Laura's concert because I'm excited to say I will be there, with bells on, and to cheer her on while she's doing her singing and get a few more of her CDs, maybe a couple T-shirts, you know, see what I can do about rocking her goldenrod or something. But I hold on one second. I already loved Laura FM and DOA, but the way they showed up for you, yep, um, it definitely is. Absolutely, absolutely, a billion, trillion, gazillion percent. Yes, it. They came and it was so nice. You know, I still find myself having dreams that I'm dying. But it's just a fear I have until someone gives me the all clear. And then I turn around and they're like, oh, by the way, you can't get into disability because of this. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. So I'm not going to stress out. I'm just going to raise my hands and say, okay, I'm tapping, I'm calling it a day for right now. And, you know, how do I look at this with a positive spin? And so when things start to look a little bleak right now, I have the positive spin of I just got to have Laura up here. I just got to go to dinner and have breakfast, and my friends got to meet Laura and see who she is, and they got to have conversations, and apologize to people when I felt that I had been you know nasty to someone because someone else had an issue with them, and I was like, oh, how dare you come after my friend? I'm just going to be nasty to you because you're being a jerk to my friend. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, that made me a jerk. That made me a big jerk, and I owe that person an apology for the nasty emails, and nasty messages. So because of that, I was like, you know what, I apologize for some of the shit things I said, and you know what, that made me feel better. And so I apologized to a couple people that I had said some shit things to. Um, but until someone realizes that their life was almost in jeopardy, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Lady Jane out. Question: when did they come see you? Any cool pics? Actually, if any of you guys have not had a chance to see DOA's latest live, that picture that he has as the picture frame is a picture at the lake, and we got to just relax and hang out at the lake and drink iced tea and have a great time just relaxing in some cold water and have fun. Kazuri, good to see you. Good to see you. Great catching you live. Well, thank you so very much. Um, F the money focused on healing this, right? The universe has a way of working things out. That's where I'm at. Everything will work out just how it's meant to be. And I'm probably going to win the lottery, and it's okay because I'm going to buy all my friends an RV so that we can actually meet up and have like a family vacation in like RVs. And don't worry, Pearl, you can pick your own colors, because mine's going to be awesome and black and awesomeness, and it's going to say the awesomeness, written on the side, because I will be the awesomeness man. That's probably not even a word, but we'll just say okay. Okay. All right. Laura, let's see. One love, 5,000 and 5,000, 51,000. One love, 51,000. Okay. Laura's tour up the West Coast and more will be announced. Can't wait. Right? Who's excited? Like, who's going to go? I'm curious. Put a 1 in the chat if they come to your city. Will you be there? Like, honestly, if they come to, like, say we have people in Austin, we have people in Montana, we have people in Oregon, we have people in Washington. If they come to your city, will you be there? Like, honestly. Well, Selfless, you have no choice but to be there. You're the drummer, so you have to be there. Drummer is required to be there. Just saying. Yep, living and learning. That's right, living and learning. But yes, wherever they go, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I know they've got a tour coming up to Sacramento. Even if we have to, like, rent out a spot at Folsom Lake to have a live gig, we'll do it. Whatever we got to do to make it happen here in Sacramento. I don't know if she's going to Puerto Rico, but I'm just saying, if she does, it will be amazing. Because if it starts traveling to, like, Hawaii or something, I'm probably going to definitely have to go, because I want to go to Hawaii with my friends there. Liz, I'm so glad to, David. Liz, I'm so glad to hear you and others got to see the side of DOA many of us have seen, and it makes it easy to call him a friend. Yes, it does, because he didn't have to show up, but he did. And he didn't do it for clout. It wasn't for popularity contests. It wasn't for a picture. It was literally so he can help a friend. And let me tell you, DOA gave me some amazing, and so did my Heather, one of my amazing friends. She got me Pokemon while I was in the hospital. DOA got me some Pokemon, and brought me a Yeti cup full of flowers, like a Yeti glass that he had. And it was so nice because it had all these flowers, and now the Yeti is sitting with our other Yetis. I got this amazing thing from here. Let me pop this out real quick. Okay. Got this amazing backpack from Laura, and it's got a little zipper hiding compartment. Let me tell you, I've never been so excited to have this cute little backpack, and it's going in my collection for, Don't Get Dirty. Show is a collection for what the amazing Laura FM got me to get better. So it definitely is in my awesomeness pile. It will be going up with the other Pokemon stuff. Let's see. Oh, we have MD Media, Britt. You know that you are even flowing out. Sorry, I grabbed a conversation. See, that's what happens when it's just me. But I don't see any other questions. If I've missed a question, please repost it so I can try. But that's mainly what happened this week. Is we had some amazingness happen, and if you have not seen, hold on, I can't try to. The problem is I can't show you stuff on my phone for fear that someone will message during that time, and then all of a sudden I've just outed someone. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to show you one of my favorite pictures. Okay. All right. Come on. All right. I will have to show you another time because now all of a sudden my phone has decided it's gonna lock up and not be nice anymore. Because there was that's one of my favorite pictures of Carrie and Laura that I've ever seen. It was literally hold on. Okay, because that's the video. She did a video too. But I'm just saying, hold on. Okay. One of my favorite pictures. And that is just The cutest things ever. Just someone getting a hug. And it makes it the most beautiful picture I've seen in a long time. So I absolutely adore people for showing up as friends and family. But yes, there's quite a few photos like that, and and I will give it. Carrie's not gonna like this. The pictures on the iPhone were good, but some of the pictures on the Android were better. I'm sorry, I had to say it, everybody. Just had to let you know. Some of us now have two phones, but it's some of the pictures were a little better. Just that's all we're saying. Okay. Lady Jane, a comment. I'm just happy to see you're okay, home smiling, grateful for Laura and DUA. Me too. Me too. But I just wanted to let you know that some people, the people that want to message me and say, things as to why I have someone's back, because I'm a good friend. Why I sit there and say be kind, because life's too short. You never know when it's going to be gone. And why do I say be kind truly from the depths of my soul? Because there's enough shit and there's more shit and more horrible shit out there. It's better to be kind. Because you can't die with anything but your word. So that's the big thing for me. But I needed to be honest with you guys about what a compassionate, kind, amazing human being he is. And I needed you guys to know that when my family needed someone, he showed up. A lot of people offered, and I appreciate each and every single one of them for the offer, for being there, for showing up, for offering to be there. But showing up and not being nasty, not because let's be real, being nasty will get us nowhere, and we want those doors and those buildings to shut down permanently. We need them to close. We need them to end. And I can't wait for a few other things that are coming up. So if you are in the works, if you want to see some amazingness happen, besides the beautiful pups breaking through the door, yes, I needed them. Yeah, I definitely needed them, and they showed up. Liz, don't know if you see, I can give you a tip for disability if you need to. It took me a while, so I learned a lot. Hey, you are more than welcome to email me if you have any tips or tricks when it comes to being locked out and not being able to get the information from inside. Definitely let me know, because they're just a big ball of, wow, I couldn't believe that. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Exactly. And I did see Super Pup in here a little bit ago. I don't know if she is still in here, but she got me this amazing shirt that says kindness is free. And it is one of my favorite shirts and sweatshirts ever. And I tell people it all the time. Leland, DOA is truly awesome person. People need to see where his heart is in the cult being shut down. Yeah. Yeah. Kind is free. Kind is free. Because we can be nasty, and then it doesn't do good for anybody. It doesn't do anybody any good being nasty with other people. And have I thought about going online and being nasty and just coming out swinging? Yes, but it's not going to help the situation. It's not going to make me feel better. But for a moment, I got to read something for filth. And other than that, I don't want to be nasty to another person. I want to be kind. And if you've got nothing nice to say, then say nothing. To anybody that may message me, if I'm not responding, it's nothing personal. But some people I want to talk to, and some people I don't. So let's be kind. Remember, kindness is free. And remember that no matter what happens to you, you only can go out with, your word and all that good stuff. So hold on 2 seconds because my phone just went off. Hold on 1 second. I'm just confusing myself. Okay. You need to get a lawyer to get disability. I'm not trying to give up. I'm not trying to give up at all. I don't believe in giving up, to be completely honest. Yes. Minion 3, DOA is loving, kind, compassionate soul. Doesn't surprise me that he and Laura showed up. That love is a true friend. Yes, yes. So just remember those words. Also, I had someone tell me once, when I was in the hospital, one of the nurses came up and said, you have all these people that are here for you, and we heard you cry the other night from what that person had said about you while you were in the hospital. And if they're not feeding you, wowing you, or was it financing you, feeding you, or wowing you, then they don't matter. And she was absolutely right. I'd rather be kind and go out in this world with a smile than go out and not be able to look at myself in the face. So, yes. Yep, free Bob Ferris. That's right. I did have some amazing nurses. Yes, I did. Oh, Doctor Who Heather is in the house. She's the one that also made the amazing chat comparison for Scientology, and I have to learn how to silence these guys. Hold on. Oh, no, it's Perlman. Hold on. No. Oh. I'm just saying. Anything Miss Pearl says is amazing. That's Dr. Perlman. Doctor. Leland Hodges, we appreciate your support always. Always. Oh, hold on. Blessings to you and the protesters. Love and care about you. Please be safe out there. Yes, please be safe. Thank you so very much, Leland. Thank you so very much. Laura and Dio are awesome people. You deserve each other's. Stick with the good ones. Always stick with the good ones. Always stick with the friends. And you know what? I'm so grateful to her being able to have an emotional moment with me that I needed to have, because it helps make me better, helps make me a better person. And you find out very quickly who your good friends are and who really has your back in your heart. Because again, everybody, it wasn't done for clout. It was done just to catch up and spend some time together. And thank you so very much for the gift of 10 friends and family. Thank you so very much. Whoever got this, please don't forget to say thank you. Because let's be real, in a world of nasty, we can always be kind. Always. Thank you so very much, Anne. You're such a sweetheart. I love you. Thank you so much. But yeah, we always do the best that we can. And I look forward to meeting anyone that's coming to the LA gig. Look forward to hugging you and being there. Just remember, I can't fly, so there has to be. Will be driving, because let's be honest, I can't fly for a year, so this may be my last chance to protest for a little bit, and see what I can do while I'm down there. But yes, Saul Goodman, buddy, thank you so very much. I appreciate you, but don't make me pull. Don't. That's enough. I'm just letting you know. Just so we don't have to do the whole, is that all you got? Because we still miss that. We still miss it very much. But I love you, Saul, for all that. Thank you so very much. And yes, the puppies definitely want to get inside. I don't see any additional questions. But I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being friends. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for supporting my family and being as amazing as you guys have been for me. And just remember that we will continue fighting Scientology. We will continue letting people know what's going on so that way we can get our parents out, we can get our family out. But we all need to do what we can do. And that means that sometimes you just got to smile, sometimes you got to grin and bear, and sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and be there for a friend or family member. So thank you so very much, everyone. I appreciate you. And above all else, thank you so very much for, yes, I've done many, many welfare checks. Thank you so very much. Yes, many welfare checks have been done there. But thank you all, everyone. I will close this how I always start it. And we will close this with the amazing Laura FM because she's amazing.
So now you've got to dream loud, dream loud. Who do you want to be? Dream loud, dream loud. Who do you want to talk to when you're alone? You're alone. Who do you want to please when you leave this world? Bad days turns into good days, turns into playing around with you. Let's keep it together.